What up? What up? What up? It's Shit Talking Tuesday, and we're back. Ty, how you doing? How you feeling?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good, hanging in there.
That's good.
A lot of stuff to talk about, or lack of stuff to talk about. A lot of losses to talk about,
Yeah,
and not so many gains yet. So, um, this team is going to look quite different come next season.
indeed it is.
Chat, what's up? How y'all
What's up, chat?
doing? Let us know how you feeling on this day 2 of free agency. Don, what's up? Throwback, what's good? Rob D, what up? What up? Let the shit fly. Um, so let's get into what all has happened these last 2 days. Obviously, quite a few departures. Now, like these, before I get into all of them, let me just throw this out there that these NFL talking heads, whatever, put it out on social media like, oh my God, the 49ers lost this person, lost this person, lost that
Yeah,
person, lost this person. Like, they all admitted that prior to Kansas City signing Moore yesterday as their left tackle of the fucking future for millions and millions of dollars, they didn't even know who he was.
exactly.
And so let's not act like
Exactly.
the 49ers have all these big losses when half of these guys haven't played or been worth a shit for freaking years. So
Yep.
let's start there. So the first, obviously, on this list they threw in, it didn't happen this last couple days, but it happened this free agency. That's Debo being traded. Then getting to the cut list, we have, now this might be a surprise to some. It might be maybe didn't come soon enough to others. And that's cutting Kyle, well, Juice. Let's give him the proper honors on this show
Yep.
today. Juice, many years on this team. Now came in with Kyle, like he was the only one left of our actual free agency signings, and when we got George Kittle in that draft. And now just George Kittle is the lone survivor. So cutting Juice, cutting defensive end Leonard Floyd, cutting defensive tackle Javon Hargrave, cutting defensive tackle Malik Collins, and then the free agent that left, unfortunate linebacker Dre Greenlaw. We got, and shouldn't be no surprise if you were paying any attention to this team. Cornerback Charvarius Ward, another one that these talking heads are throwing out there like, I can't believe the 49ers let him leave and yada yada yada. Like, he wasn't coming back. He made that clear.
Exactly.
He did not want to be there. Like,
shows you they had no clue.
It's like so freaking annoying. Safety Talanoa Hufunga. We got guard Aaron Banks. Tackle Jalen Moore. Running back Elijah Mitchell, who also went to Kansas City. Hopefully, let me just throw this out there. If he turns into another Jet like McKinnon situation to where he was hurt for us, and then all of a sudden goes to Kansas City and has brand new legs, like. And also quarterback Josh Dobbs. They didn't put the other quarterback on here. Oh, what's his face?
Brandon Allen, right?
Yeah, like he actually played, like more time with us. It was with us for a couple years, but he's not on the list. He don't even matter.
Yeah. Like,
and then a short list. Well, let's not talk about the additions yet. What's up, Jimmy? Let's talk about these departures. So, wherever you want to start, let's start Dre Greenlaw and Huff, since, they both went on to the Broncos. I think, those are the two, if I just glance at that list real fast, that the faithful are probably the most upset about.
Yeah.
Obviously, especially Dre Greenlaw. But, it's unfortunate when you have a team full of so many players, like, like the saying, you can't pay everybody, like literally. Like we're seeing that right here. And this is why it's so important to draft well, because
Yep.
these guys, you have to let them go on and get big money from shitty teams that don't know how to draft. And you have to hope that your team drafts well enough to have guys waiting in the wings to take these spots, right? So,
That's exactly it.
your thoughts on Dre and Huff leaving the 49ers? What's up,
Yeah.
Bobby?
What up, Javi? Yeah, Dre, heart and soul, warrior, like emotional leader of the defense. Just he lets his play do the talking, right?
Yeah.
We all know what he means to the defense, the impact he has. Just out the whole season, in that half game he came back against the Rams, you saw a complete difference in the defense.
And he wasn't even
And
healthy.
and he wasn't even healthy, right? But just him go out there making plays himself.
Yep.
You saw how good he is, right? And I always make this argument that, you know, Dre Greenlaw is not just one of our good linebackers. Like, he's one of the best linebackers in all of football.
Yes.
Period. So he was going to command a payday from somebody. Somebody was going to look at him and say, "Damn, that injury. That dude is that good. We want him," and offer him a bag. And there you go. I'm sure Denver was not the only team bidding for his services,
Right.
but they're the team that landed him. So it's rough to see him go, especially knowing what he brings to the table, how good he and Fred were together. That 1-2 tandem of both those guys is rough, but I think we all saw it on the writing on the wall, you know. The farewell party that the Warners and the Greenlaws had together, right? The hearing that Robert Saleh is banging the table. We need to re-sign him, like try to get him back. You kind of saw that he wanted, and he was never a free agent before. This is his first time being a free agent to test the market, to get his max value. So we knew that was coming. But it's just tough to see him go because of how much he means to us and the defense. And for Huff, it's kind of the same situation. As much as he liked it here, as much as we liked him, it's like, you know what? We drafted 2 safeties the past 2 years.
Yeah.
And dude, you couldn't get on the field. So like, as much as you mean to us and everything, it's like the same deal. And we knew he made all pro, was it 2 years ago, 3 years ago? So somebody was going to throw him a bag. And once again, we can't pay everybody.
Yeah.
So it's just rough to see like those 2 pieces who we considered cogs leave. But that's just the business of football. That's the way it goes.
Yeah. And like, it's this situation where like you want, like, I want nothing more than, especially these guys where like we have an emotional attachment to, like, for them to get paid, right? Like, they deserve to get paid everything that they go through. And if the 49ers don't have the money to pay them, well, shit, like, I'm not expecting every fucking guy on this team to take a discount to play with the 49ers. Like, they're not winning Super Bowls, like, so what are they taking a discount? Like, what's the big draw to come there? Being honest, right?
Exactly. And it's funny to hear fans say that too. Oh, we're hoping he takes a discount. It's like, dude, like, would you take a discount?
Right.
Would you do that? And
Let
in the
your
case
boss
of,
come to you and take a discount for your freaking
exactly.
paycheck.
Would you be like, okay, boss? Hell no.
I love so much, and I love being with this company so much.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. It's like, I'm one of the best workers. Sure, I'll take that discount.
Yeah.
And especially Greenlaw, a lot of people were out there saying, hey, maybe he'll take a 1-year incentive-based deal and then he'll stay. And it's like, why do that if somebody's giving me X amount of dollars guaranteed? Like, I know it's in the bank as soon as I sign the contract. Like, yeah, right.
What
like,
did he end up?
Let's be real. I mean, the dude got hurt running onto the field.
Oh my gosh. So
not even getting hit. So he ain't going to go for anything like that.
So he got 3 years, 35 million. You know what's crazy is Huff got 3 years, 45 million.
I know.
Like,
They threw a bag at him.
damn.
Wow. Yeah.
But, and then obviously a lot of 49ers fans wanted DJ Jones back, and Broncos re-signed him as well. So
Mm-hmm.
the Broncos defense, like, they're going to be looking good
Yeah.
next season. Like, holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, let's talk about these other. Let me pull back up the list so that I don't forget anybody.
Hey, puppy.
All right. So Charvarius Ward, obviously, we kind of had talked about him already and gave our, goodbyes to him. I think, the writing was on the wall. Like I said earlier, like he did not want to come back to the 49ers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, obviously, if the 49ers are like, oh, I'll pay you $1 million, $50 million to pay this season, like, okay. But like he got the bag thrown at him. And he gets to go to a fresh start over somewhere else. Like,
Yeah.
I wish
It's
nothing but the best for him and his family. Like, such
Hell
terrible
yeah.
thing to go through. And I really hope that they're able to get that fresh start. And obviously you don't just forget and move on, right? But like learn to, I guess, deal with it better each day. Like, I don't know how you deal with losing the loss of a child, and I hope I never find out. But like, I hope like honestly that he can make the best of whatever situation he's in. So
Exactly. Yeah.
and like I would hate of like to see him here at the 49ers knowing that he didn't want to be here, and like again back to that situation, like these guys asking for trades, like don't force these guys to be there if they don't want to be there, right? So
Exactly.
like these talking heads that are making like, oh, the 49ers dumbasses, they let Trevarius Ward go. It's like, no, like you guys have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
No clue at all. I mean, he basically said himself at his exit interview after the last game of the season, he's gone.
Yep.
It's tough for him. It's tough for his family. His wife doesn't even want to be in California.
Exactly. Like,
dude, like, you think after he's going through, he's going to be like, okay, babe, you stay on the East Coast.
See you in a few years.
Exactly. I'll be out here for X amount of months, and I'll see you when I see you. That's not the way it works, and that's not the way he's wired. like he moved back east, closer to home. Like you said, fresh start for him and his wife. Like, they get to try to move on from this, personally, and he gets to try to move on professionally, just in a new location.
Yeah.
So nothing but the best for him. Like, I don't want to hear anybody saying one disparaging word about him, because all the time while he was here, he was nothing but professional and gave it his all and was a straight shooter, told it like it was. And damn it, he was a 49er through and through.
Yeah.
So no bad words about him at all.
Especially in the season that we had literally a guy on the field that gave up on his freaking team. We had this guy came back from losing his child, still playing because he didn't want to give up. Not only did he say on his teammates, but for the fans too. Like,
exactly.
Like he didn't want us to think of him as like some, piece of shit that gave up on his team. Like, even though none of us would have felt that way, because like you're going through the loss of your child, like totally understandable circumstances, right? Like, if we're going to excuse any circumstance, I'm sure it can be that one. But still, he had, no, I'm going to come back and play. And like, I'll never have a bad word to say about that guy.
Never.
What's up, Sin?
Hey, Sin.
And he got a 3-year, up to 60 million. So good for him.
Yep. Good chunk of change.
So we got Aaron Banks. Let's hit the O-line together. Aaron Banks and Jalen Moore. Both got a nice payday as well. Honestly, I don't care. I don't care about losing either of them. Like, let's not act like these guys were starters and fucking protecting our quarterback. Like, no, They were all ass. Like, I don't care. Get him out of here. Go. I hope that Jalen Moore,
Mm-hmm.
please. I'd love to see our guys face against Jalen Moore protecting Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
Please. And
Yeah.
Aaron Banks, where the hell he went? I don't even know. But I know he got a
I totally
bag
forgot.
too.
Yep.
And so, like,
He
is
got a
this
bunch
going
of
to be a
money.
thing?
Oh,
Like,
he went
he's
to Green
called,
Bay.
oh
Green
yeah,
Bay.
Green Bay. Remember Lakin was playing against next to Trent and got that
Yep.
bag from the Jets, went over there and been ass.
Yep.
Now he's
And
signed to like the Dolphins or Texans or
exactly.
somewhere
Yeah.
today.
He went to the Texans.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see now if Banks was good or if it was because he was playing next to
Right next to
Trent
Trent.
Williams. Because
Exactly.
when Big Trent wasn't there, all of a sudden Aaron Banks wasn't looking that great either.
He wasn't looking so good. All of a sudden, he was looking real average. Just like, whoa, the reality is setting in, huh? Yeah.
When they're, the real quick before I let you go, the talking media heads like Rappaport and them, when they're announcing like, oh, one of the top tackles off the board. Who?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
have you guys been watching? Have you guys even watched a 49ers game this past 5 years? Even like,
yeah, that's another big indicator that these guys have no clue what they're talking about. None. Aaron Banks, one of the top guards, really now. Really. You just putting crap out there. You talk about talking shit. You just talking out your ass. Like, unreal. But yes, Aaron Banks. But like Jalen Moore, a backup. Dude, we got Trent Williams coming back. We know they'll probably be looking for his replacement in the draft or something. This tackle-heavy draft. Boom. Like, we're not upset about losing a backup. Right. And we weren't going to throw that kind of bag at him anyway. Like, Jalen, thank you for your service. Thanks for stepping in when we needed you. But, hey, man.
Yeah, 2 years, $30 million.
Yeah, we wasn't going to throw that at you. It's just to be Trent's backup. No, it wasn't going to happen. You know, Aaron Banks, dude, thank you for your service. Loved you when you're here. But you know what?
I did like Banks, yeah.
Yeah, I liked him though, but like his play declined this season. And it's like you can't have declining play in the contract year. And when a guy like Ben Barch or Spencer Burford stepped in that left guard for you when you were injured and they played well, it's like maybe he's expendable. And he was.
4 years, $77 million.
Yeah, we wasn't going to throw that money at you. We wasn't. And that's just not how the team does business. We didn't give Langston Thomason that money. We didn't give fucking Brunskill that money. What did we do? We drafted replacements for him.
Yeah.
So that's what's going to go down.
Yep.
So, and who was the other backup? Who was the other backup that we lost? It was one of the first ones. Jesus. Where's the list?
I don't know.
It was somebody else in there that we lost. That's like, really? Like, yeah. we're supposed to be broken up for that guy? Like, really? Like, come on now. Some people need a reality check.
Yeah. Let's hit these two together as well. We got running back Elijah Mitchell, and they only listed one quarterback, so we only talking about one quarterback. That's Josh Dobbs. I didn't even see where did Josh Dobbs go? Did he sign somewhere?
Yeah, he did.
Let's see.
I forgot where it was.
Maybe that's why the other one's not listed, because he hasn't signed anywhere yet.
Yeah, but that's what I was thinking of. Elijah Mitchell. It's like, dude, Elijah Mitchell, like, he's the odd man out. He was going to be gone regardless.
He's always fucking hurt. He'd been gone.
he was gone last season.
Johnson's his rookie season.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, we're not broken up about a guy that's broken up.
Yeah.
like, dude.
I liked him as well, but I mean, he was never available. So
I liked him too. And you know what? I remember the end of 2023 when we played against Washington and he had to come in and play and he ran hard and he was looking good. And I was like, oh man, Elijah Mitchell might be back.
Yeah.
Sure enough, gets injured this season.
Back on
and
the
it's
IR.
Like,
that's it.
It's like, yep, exactly. Back on IR. So it's like, you know what? See ya. We're not upset about a guy. Yeah, about the guy who's 5th on the depth chart and always injured. We're not broken up about that.
Now, I will be pissed, like I said, if he goes to Kansas City and all of a sudden has brand new legs like freaking Jet McKinnon.
I know, right? Like Jet McKinnon did, right? It's like, what the fuck?
Like that motherfucker, we paid him all that money and he never was shit. And then all of a sudden he turns into freaking Superman once he signs for Kansas City. Like,
exactly. Gave him $45 million and couldn't get on the field for 2 years. Ain't that some shit?
Sin, I agree 1,000,000,000%. And that's what like pisses me off is that, you know, like, of course, always this happens every single free agency that you have fans overreacting like crazy on social media. So as much as it like pisses me off and I get frustrated, like I already know that this is how it is every freaking offseason. And then you guys, they're crying. Not you guys, but these freaking crybabies are crying about losing guys that you literally have spent the last 4 years bitching and fucking complaining about. Now all of a sudden you're sad they're not here?
That's the funny part. It's like all of a sudden they're beloved. Why did he go? Why? Oh, not Jalen Moore. Can't we leave? We lost him. What? What?
You know how many?
Are you serious?
I saw of 49ers fans all of a sudden upset that fucking Javon Kinlaw signed somewhere.
I know. I saw that too.
You motherfuckers were trying to kill the guy. Not him. You hated him. Bitch,
exactly.
Oh my God. If I were to search his name on social media, you're going to find a 99% bad posts compared to 1% good posts. And now all of a sudden fans are upset because the 49ers didn't re-sign him.
I know.
Why? So you could bitch and complain all fucking season about him?
It's unreal. Hey, my guy Jokic is in the house. What's up, man? Thanks for coming.
What's up? Appreciate you coming through. Alberto, what's good?
What's up, good? What's up,
like,
guy?
What?
I know. It's all of a sudden, Kinlaw is like, wait, time out.
Like Kinlaw.
You were literally running him out of town a few seasons ago. Now all of a sudden you're like, oh man, they gave that to Kinlaw. That's unreal. And look who gave it to him. His buddy Adam Peters.
Yeah.
And that's just Adam Peters doubling down. Like, you know what? I drafted him. He's got to be good. Let me bring him here. Let me give him some money. That's a homie hooking up a homie.
And he got quite the payday as well.
I know. I know.
What has he done to?
There's no way he deserved or earned a contract like that.
And don't get it wrong, like I'm happy, like because the guy, his story, right, living in his car, all that shit, like
yes,
so happy that he finally has money, but let's not get it twisted, like he did something.
It's not like he came out and was like one of the league leaders in sacks, one of the best run stuffers.
How many sacks did he even have the whole time he was with the Jets? Like 5, maybe. I'm gonna throw out there because I didn't hear about him a whole hell of a lot. Nope. I heard Jets fans complaining about him, just like 49ers fans had been. Like, oh my God. All right, let's talk about. We don't have many to talk about. It's just a short little list.
Very short.
But have no fear, because, like I said, this happens and this is what I put out a tweet earlier. If you were thinking going into free agency that the 49ers were going to sign some big priced free agent, then you haven't been paying attention.
Nope.
You haven't been listening. You haven't been watching. Like, that was never going to happen.
Nope.
So, I don't know why fans continue to set themselves up for the disappointment.
And they do it every year. They do it every year.
Now, they do need to make some fucking moves, because that D-line, there's no way that we could possibly draft all these. Now, we didn't even talk about Leonard Floyd. Leonard Floyd got Oh, because
He just got
probably I
released.
think by the time that tweet went out, he hadn't been released and even signed yet. But that
Yeah.
happened so fast. Like literally, 49ers are releasing him, and he was already like they said he
The
had tons
Falcons
of
scooped him up
offers.
like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Um, I was hoping that once they made that move of letting him go, because literally now, like we got Bosa standing in the, like the freaking Will Smith damn gif of him standing in the living room all by himself. Like that's Bosa right now in the D line room. I was hoping once they made that move that soon to follow would be Joey Bosa signing. Rumors are that the Dolphins and 49ers both have a matching offer into Joey. Now, Florida has no state tax. California has extra state tax.
Half. They taking half your check.
Like,
Bam.
now,
He's
Nick's
from
not playing in
Florida.
Florida. So that's the only thing we got on our side.
Yep.
Hopefully that'll be enough. But we'll see.
And allegedly they want to play together. Allegedly. But we
yeah,
all
they
know
need to make some fucking moves because
they like money more than they like each other. So.
But I mean, like, are they hurting for fucking money? Like, and I thought the whole point of him going back and restructuring whatever. Remember, we went all through this last offseason. We thought Joey was coming to the 49ers, and then the Chargers are like, not so fast. We'll pay you, keep you.
Exactly.
So you even got that extra year of last year pay. Like, come on. Now, I just bitching that players shouldn't be taking no discounts, but when you're discounting to play with your fucking brother and you guys are already quadrillionaires,
exactly.
like you guys already have more money than they even have an amount for, probably. I think you can take a little break here. So the 49ers, they haven't shored up their offense or defense, but I don't think we'll be, hopefully, not bitching about special teams as much this season because they're taking care of special teams early. First, let's start with tight end Luke Farrell. Now, I mean, I guess we can say he's special teams as well. If you look at, I'm sure, and I saw this a lot when they announced that the 49ers signed him, fans posting, he only had 4 catches for this and all this crazy numbers, right? Or lack thereof numbers. Well, he's not a pass catching tight end. So
it's not his forte.
Why would you be looking for those stats? That's not what he fucking does. He's a blocker. Now, my hopes is that if our O-line is shitty enough that we have to have our tight end stay in, this frees up George Kittle now because we can move Luke in there to be the blocker and have George doing what he needs to do.
Exactly.
But I'm not mad at this. Like, we've been looking, and the 49ers have attempted to draft tight ends. They tried to sign a tight end last offseason. It fell through.
Yep.
So this has been an area of need. Now, of course, us that have been wanting the 2 tight end sets with 2 pass catching tight ends, this ain't that move. They could still draft a tight end. I'm still seeing, don't get me fucking started, Warren at pick 11.
At 11.
And I just want to fucking throw up. Like, it's I don't even want to get started because I was already cussing people out this morning about that. But yeah, they could still draft a tight end. They could still, so I'm not mad at this move whatsoever. And then you got safety Richie Grant as well as linebacker Luke Gifford. Now, both special teams players. I saw that, I think it was Luke Gifford. Yeah. It said, well, first he has ties to the 49ers now because they shout out to this annoying David Lombardi, put out a tweet that said, former Titans special teams coordinator Colt Anderson is now with 49ers as assistant under Brant Boyer. That's the connection to Luke Gifford, the second player with 300 plus special teams snaps in 2024 added by San Francisco today. So a lot of special teams between those 2 guys. So, I mean, hello, we've been bitching about special teams for how many fucking years? They got rid of the coach finally. Hopefully, this new coach coming in, he brought in other assistants, hopefully that
Exactly.
because the last two special teams coaches, I don't know what the fuck they were doing. Now we're bringing in special teams players. Like, I'm cool with that. Like, none of these guys we threw huge money at,
No.
So I think, where fans are more upset is that, we're not signing O-line, we're not signing D-line, we're not signing, like big name. But hey, we're taking care of areas of need, and
right,
that's important.
they're strategically addressing things, and they're being patient and taking their time to do it. And this is just like in what was it, 2022, the 2022 offseason.
Yeah.
In between 2021 and 2022, if you remember that, they made a change in special teams, and that's when they brought in
all those
Ray McLeod, George Odom, Oren Burks, etc.
And none of them are here anymore.
Exactly. and like none of them were there except for Odom. They were all gone last season. And you see, our special teams coverage was ass, right? They let go of Womack, who was a good special teamer. Somebody else, say what you will about Danny Gray as a receiver, he actually played gunner pretty okay as a special teamer.
I loved Womack on special teams.
Womack was awesome,
thumper, man.
Exactly, he was awesome on special teams. They let him go, so the special teams dipped. Now they see, all right, we effed up.
Yeah.
We need to start bringing in these guys who are actually good on special teams to play that role. And they're doing that. And it's not super big contracts, like you said. It's small contracts like they deserve. And it helps. So the special teams unit gets an upgrade.
Yeah. So I'm good with it. Joey Bosa, chat, let me know. Are you guys on board? Rumor is $10 million offer, 1 year. And like I said, I'm okay with this, even for that amount, as long as we don't go into the season with him penciled in as the full-time starter opposite Nick.
No.
Because
he should be D4, like.
Yeah, like
the situational pass rusher.
Exactly.
Because he's going to break down if he's in there. Yeah. Yeah.
So if that's what you're bringing him in as, even for that amount, I'm great.
Yeah.
Like, we need bodies, period.
Well, yeah.
Especially bodies, able ones. Like,
well, for a guy who can get to the quarterback, we know that. But to be out there every down and play, get through a 16, 17 game season, it ain't going to happen.
Hopefully 19, 20 into the
exactly,
Super Bowl
like 20. Like our season, yeah, exactly. Our seasons are based on 20 games because that's our goal. That's what we want to get to. For him to get there, it hasn't been happening.
He hasn't even been in the playoffs and can't even make
it. Exactly. He's not even getting. That's right. He's not even getting through a 17 game season. So, no, he is not going to line up opposite Nick on first and second down. It ain't going to happen.
You know, we just talked about the difference, right, of him coming to San Francisco compared to Miami. The other, we said the one thing is that we got Nick. The other thing is you haven't been to the fucking playoffs. Like, you have not been to the postseason. Like, had not have a real shot at a Super Bowl. So why the hell would you go to the Miami Dolphins?
Yeah.
Like, do you want to continue to suck? Like, you don't want to win a Super Bowl like before you retire, or because this is going to be your best chance out of those two teams?
Like, what have they shown to be like, I got a real shot of getting a ring there. Exactly. Let me get Mike McDaniel on the phone. Like, come on.
Let me call up Joey and let him know.
Yeah.
What we got. What we have to offer. Also on that linebacker Luke Gifford, Josh Dubow had tweeted that Luke Gifford had a 80. Now it's PFF, so take it for what it's worth, but you know, it's the only thing we have to go off of. That he had an 83.9 PFF grade on special teams last season and was tied for the most tackles on special teams with 10. So we're not just getting like a mid special teamer. Like, we're getting a really good special teamer. So I really hope Like we were hyped. You talked about these special teamers we brought in a few years ago. We were
Mm-hmm.
hyped for them. But
Yeah.
we just also talked that none of them were left on the team because I don't think none of them really fulfilled up to what they were brought here to do.
Mm-hmm.
So let's hope that these ones actually live up to what they're being brought here to do.
Exactly.
And special teams, we're going to see what happens with kicker, punter.
Mm-hmm.
I wish and I hope that the 49ers bring in competition for both.
They should. They absolutely should. And the new coach, I'm pretty sure he wants to. Like, even if we sign him like after draft, second round, whatever, free agents, they're out there. You know, kickers are always out there. Bring them in. Let's have some competition. May the best man win. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Like, Mitch Wisnowski got fucking leg and back issues, bruh. Bring in another punter.
And like, he hasn't been great consistently anyway since he's been here.
Exactly.
And like, we just keep handing him money. Like, for what? Like, bring in some freaking competition and see if somebody else can beat him out.
Hell
like, why are we just handing him freaking a job?
Exactly. Like, Jake Moody got confidence issues. Dude, bring in competition. See how he handles competition. See if his mind is right. Like, let's do it. You bring in competition at every other position. Do it.
Yeah. I hate that I can't think or even hear, like you said, Moody's name, and it instantly just like flashes a picture of him in my brain of him just sitting there like, so sad. Like,
yeah.
Like, anytime the fucking camera goes to him, he's like,
sad little boy.
I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. Like DJ says, iron sharpens iron. That's for real.
Exactly. And if you're bringing in no fucking iron to sharpen them, they're just dull over there.
Exactly.
Like a lump of dull freaking shit.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, DJ? Appreciate you coming through. But yeah, like, I think there's been a lot of overreactions.
Oh yeah.
That happens every single, like,
every year.
People, grown men, okay, last night on Twitter are saying, like, I've been a fan of this team for 40 years and I'm about to turn in my fandom and yada yada. Like, because of the first day of free agency. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, deuces, bye. Like, you don't need to announce that you're leaving. Just hit the fucking door. Like, there's plenty of us, okay? So, but I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, you're overreacting that fucking much. One day of free agency.
Yeah. One day.
We got to get some more hobbies, like during the off season or something, because
well, they need new hobbies.
Touch grass.
They gotta go outside, do something.
Smell the flowers.
Go for a walk.
Do something.
You know, read a book. Do something. But yeah, but it's like you said, every in Home Depot. That's right. You can find them in plumbing. They out there. Like, but like you said, you know, every off season, I think fans get hyped up of, oh, let's go sign this guy, like the big free agent. Let's sign this guy. Let's trade for this guy. Let's
like this season, the center, Dahlman or whatever, like that was everybody's, and he went and got a huge fucking payday. Like,
yep.
He was the number one center available. Like, come on.
Yeah. And like I was talking with David, I was like, there's plenty of other teams that need a center beside us that have a lot of money.
They have money.
They got a lot of money, more money than we had. So the competition is stiff. And, you know, yeah, I know his daddy played here and all that good stuff, and we're a good organization, but dudes are trying to get paid. Like, linemen want to get paid too.
Like, my daddy playing for somewhere does nothing for me.
Yeah, like that was a long time ago. Right? That was a long,
like, well, my dad played
ago.
For you, so you guys should pay me the most amount of money then. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like, that was a long time ago. But yeah, but 49ers never make big splashes. I mean, look at last year. They went out and signed freaking 59. I don't even say his name, fucking quitter. That was like the first person they signed, number 59.
Yeah.
No big person, no nothing.
I thought. Hold on, let me look for something.
That's why we on YouTube and they work in the NFL. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right, Rob.
They shouldn't. Fuck.
So yeah.
Some of them make all that fucking money for what?
Mm-hmm.
Just to be dumbasses.
But yeah. I think that the 49ers have a strategic game plan that they're sticking to. The same way they had a strategic game plan with their coaches, and they did not like run out and sign the first defensive coordinator that was available, the first special teams coach that was available. Like they had their eyes on specific people, and they had a list, like a pecking order. Salah 1, this guy 2, and they stuck to their guns, right? And did exactly what they wanted to do. I think in terms of players, they're doing the same thing. And John Lynch said it at the freaking combine. He was like, look, man, we're doing things different this season.
Exactly.
We're not going to be throwing out big contracts to older guys. We're going to try to get younger and change up the roster and do things different. Well, here we are. We're living through that right now. So no one should really be surprised.
That's why I said, like, if you thought we were going to sign some big name, like, you haven't been watching, listening, paying attention to shit.
Nope.
And I agree, DJ, like, losing Greenlaw was the one. But, like, I already figured, like, and set myself up that was going to happen, so, like, I think I stretched, instead of just being for the shocker yesterday and having all the hurt come down at once, like, I've already stretched it out since, like, the last game of the season, so.
Exactly. and that was the thing. He and Mooney Ward were kind of like, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yep.
We see their departures coming. One we knew for sure because Ward flat out said it.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, we were just waiting for the moment. Greenlaw, we kind of seen the writing on the wall. We hoped. We held out that little bit of hope he would come back, but we kind of anticipated this coming.
I was holding out hope until that notification came out that it wasn't so, right? Like,
yeah, exactly. Whoop, there goes the hope.
Even if it was 1% of hope left, like I was hanging on to it. Like, come on, Greenlaw, come on.
Yep.
But
come on, Dre, stay.
Like I said, as much as that obviously hurts, like I'm so happy for our guys to go out and get the bag and especially Dre, like go be the guy, like
go be that dude.
And like you said, he wasn't just, like like one of the best 49ers linebackers. Like he was one of the best linebackers in the NFL. And unfortunately, playing next to a stud like Fred, like he never got the shine and the credit that he deserved. It was always Fred Warner and Fred Warner and, like it was always, Fred Warner and the guys like that he plays next to. Like finally the last couple of years, all of a sudden, like he started actually getting his name, recognized. Like, and I'm talking, not with fans. I'm talking like these, NFL
stupid
freaking dumbass talking heads.
Media people.
Like, finally started learning his name. It was like, it's Fred and Dre. Like, okay, like it's a tandem. Like, there's another guy there. So I'm happy that he gets to go and be the guy and get his bag and like and man, I can't wait. Like I'm excited, even though that's not my team. Like I'm excited to see what Denver does with that defense because they have Surtain, right? Who do they have?
Yep, they got Surtain, junior, second, whatever he is. Yeah,
like they're
they know we got to build up this defense. They and look who they're in the same division as. They saw how we got in their ass in the Super Bowl. They see how Philly copied our game plan, got in their ass in the Super Bowl. It's like, we need some of that. We need to do what they did. Oh, wait a minute. This Greenlaw guy locked down Travis Kelce and was banging down their running backs. Let's go get him.
Exactly.
Like it makes sense.
Yeah, and Travis
Yeah.
getting older and slower, and the
Yep.
Dre gonna feast.
Yep.
Um, like DJ says, let's go find, like another one. But like I'm not out on D Winters. Like I like
Me
D
either.
Winters,
Me
like
either.
as long as he can go in there and people are like, well, he's not good at this. Like he hasn't had that much playing time, So
Exactly.
like let him get in there, get the playing time. Like I think he'll just keep getting better. Like I've liked
Yep.
what I've seen from him,
Me
So
too.
like I wouldn't be mad if he has a strong, training camp and
Yep.
preseason and they feel that he's the guy. But yeah, definitely we got to get competition in there.
Exactly.
They
Yeah.
did resign
Curtis Robinson.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but he's coming back from the
He's coming
ACL.
off
So who
ACL. Yeah.
knows when he'll be available, but
Yep.
that also he had a strong
Strong
training
preseason,
camp and
strong camp.
preseason,
Yep.
like this last year.
Yeah.
And then obviously he gets hurt. But yeah, like I like him a lot too.
Yeah.
So
We still got Jalen Graham on the roster. We drafted Tatum Bethune
yeah,
last year. Like we have young, capable bodies who are out there. And like I'm with you on D Winters. I'm high on him. It's messed up. And this is part of the philosophy, right? It's messed up that they went out and signed 59 instead of giving these young guys the opportunity to compete and flourish, because we saw 59 wasn't that great. And before he quit on us, they started using Jalen Graham more than him. And especially on like nickel packages when it was just be, Fred and 59. I think it was the game before he quit. It was Fred and D Winters out on the field.
Yeah, so that's what really ultimately I think sent him over the edge, is that D Winters got the starting nod over him.
I think that was the buildup to him quitting the next game.
Yeah,
because it was like, but it's like, dude, you're ass.
Exactly. Like
this young kid, he's running around making plays. Like if you think of the Green Bay game, that 4th and 1, he was the linebacker that made the tackle that held them, that they didn't get the first down. 59 was somewhere lost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, dude, so this is the philosophy. Yo, instead of going out and signing these guys and they coming in and stinking it up, these young guys that we drafted, let's actually develop them.
Exactly.
Give them the playing time. And I'm with that. No more going out and giving $10 million to an old Josh Norman who can't cover when you got Diamador Lenore sitting there.
Exactly. Yep.
Like, come on. You drafted him for a reason. I don't care if it's 4th round, 5th round. He's there. He's young. He's hungry. Coach him up and get him on the field and develop him. And I think that's their philosophy now, especially this season.
Yeah, well, it's about time. And it seems that, rumors are that some things had to change and Kyle maybe lost some power or is losing power. But hey, like you got to do what you got to do. Like what Kyle's been doing the last how many years hasn't fucking worked, obviously. So and now like we're leading the league in dead cap money and all this shit. It's like, so yeah, like I said, they have to draft and develop. Like you have to.
Yeah. And they've shown the ability to draft well. That's the thing. It's just getting these guys on the damn field. Right?
Yeah.
It's like Samuel Womack. Why he was never on the field, I don't know. He goes to Indianapolis. He's freaking a Pro Bowler. Like, dude, that he could have been there for us instead of signing,
pounding
Isaac,
the fucking table for him.
And we were pounding the table for him to play instead of us, signing Rock Ya-Sin and Isaac Yedem as a free agent. He's right there. Jalen Graham, we just talked about him. Jordan Mason is another one. Just think about this. If CMC hadn't gotten hurt, we wouldn't know how good Jordan Mason really is. We saw flashes of it. We pounded the table for 3 seasons? Jordan Mason needs more snaps. Give Jordan Mason the ball more. He needs to spell CMC more. And it just never happened. Until CMC absolutely could not play. Here comes Jordan Mason. Oh, he just leads the league in rushing to start the season. That's all. That's all. No
Yeah, and now
biggie.
the 49ers placed a second round
A
tender
second
on
round
him.
tenner on
So
him.
we'll see if some team wants him bad enough.
Yeah,
And if so,
exactly.
shit. Like we already talked about, the 49ers running back room is fine without him. You know, like if
Yeah.
you can get a second round pick, like
Oh yeah, that's a no brainer. You still got
for
CMC,
somebody that
Isaac
like
Guerrero.
you hardly
Yeah,
even fucking used.
I know, and you know Kyle's just going to have him on his shelf again this season because you saw when CMC came back, him and Guerrero was like forgotten about.
Yeah.
It was like, wait a minute, time out, time the f out. Like, come on, Kyle. Yeah. So yeah, if you could get a second for him, hell, you take that in a heartbeat.
I don't know what's up, Beluder. Hopefully we get to see him some more.
Yeah, he was another guy we were high on, but just can't get on the field. I don't know why. He just, but who knows?
But yeah, we have a shit ton of young guys that, you know, like the faithful forget about because we haven't seen.
Yeah.
But maybe this is about time we start seeing them. Hopefully they're ready.
Yep. Let's step up.
Your turn's now.
Yep.
Anything else you want to talk about before we get out of here?
Did we talk about losing Juice? I think we did at the very beginning, didn't we?
I think, but
yeah.
I was just thinking about
yes, you
that
did.
too.
Yeah. Juice is gone. He was another casualty. Much love to him. He did all the dirty work and stuff. You know, he's going to be missed. I don't know what we're going to do for a like lead blocker now, but I'm sure Kyle has a plan. So we got to trust it. Maybe they see somebody in the draft that they're like, hey, we're going to pick this dude up in the 6th round and pay him the league minimum. And there you go. But we'll see.
Or maybe we'll get up to date with the times and not have to use a fullback.
Exactly. I know, right? which, if you actually look at, you know, what Kyle has done at times when he hasn't used the fullback, team has been successful. Let's keep it real. Like all those big bootleg play action passing plays that he likes to call, no fullback, you know, like all those stretch runs, sometimes no fullback. Like, yeah,
I'm good with that.
Yeah, like, he's got a ton of stuff in his playbook that doesn't use a fullback. So maybe we'll see more of that. Like people say, hey, Kyle needs to change it up. Yeah. Be innovative. Do something different. Here he is switching it up.
Yep.
You're not seeing it on the field yet, but personnel-wise, he's switching it up. So, yeah.
Yep, I'm all for that. Indeed. Like, I like Juice, the person, but, like, I don't feel like he never had brought, like, enough to this team, you know, like the hype around him and what he was supposed to be like was so huge, and then like his actual role was never, you know, like all that. So like it would have been great had we used him more in the running game and more in the passing game and gave him the ball more, and you know, like I'm sure he could have handled all that shit. I don't know why Kyle didn't use him like that.
I know, dial up more plays for him.
Like there's no reason to pay him all this money for fucking nothing.
You know, it's weird. When we had James at quarterback, he would call a lot of pass plays for Juice, but James was so ass, he would never hit him.
Yeah.
It'd be an incompletion damn near every time. Like,
oh my God.
I agree with you, DJ. Jacob Cowing, I am high on him. I think he's got it. He's got that dog factor in him. And, you know, talk about losing Debo. The writing was on the wall last season when we drafted both Ricky Pearsall and Jacob Cowing, 2 guys who are good route runners, who have speed, who can get open on man-to-man coverage. So here we are. And I paid attention to Jacob Cowing when he was on the field. The dude gets open. He hasn't gotten the ball, hasn't gotten the opportunities, but his route running and such, he gets open. And remember in preseason last year, he was cooking.
Yep.
He was like the man at receiver. So I'm looking forward to him getting more reps this year.
What's up,
What's up,
Jess?
Jess?
Um,
Jinx, you owe me a soda.
Speaking of those two, if you see the Twitch going across the bottom of the screen, once I hit 50 and 100 followers, it's free. I am giving away a autographed Jacob Cowling card and
Woohoo!
what the fuck? I can't think of the name. Oh, a patch. I couldn't think of what the hell it was called. A patch. Ricky P card, as well as a numbered Dre Greenlaw card and a patch Brandon Ayuk card as well. It's free to follow. So yeah, same name, Faithfully in Vegas over there. So go hit it up, hit that follow. I appreciate it. And yeah, what else you got going on?
East Coast Red and Gold show tomorrow night, 4:30 p.m. Pacific, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. We're going to have Larry Kruger on as a guest. Pick his brain, talk some shop with him. So tune in. It'll be fun.
Sounds good. Sounds good. If you guys aren't subscribed to East Coast Red and Gold, make sure you go hit that sub over there. Appreciate it. And yeah, we'll be back. I'll be back Thursday with Steph for the Two Goat Show, 3 Pacific time. And then Ty and I will be back Monday, Tuesday, every week. We're here. So come through. We appreciate you all. Everybody have a safe and wonderful rest of your day and night. Wait, I got to get my thing. Shout out to Steph. Here we go.
Shout out to Steph.
We're out. Peace.